What's up, YouTube? Welcome back here to the Coach Plays. Audio is good. So we're chilling. Coach Allen is in the house, as always, a Hall of Fame member. I still need to find little ways to juice it up a little bit. But we are live. He says, "What's up, YouTube? Like the video." I pinned your comment earlier. I was popping in here as soon as it went live, and you were already in here commenting. I pinned that comment about like the dang video. We are live for Green Bay Packers action versus Philadelphia Eagles. I've got a pretty decent parlay bet. The most I've ever bet on a parlay, by the way. So I'm probably being stupid, but I need a big hit. I'm just kind of doing this. I'm just kind of my head above water, not really having anything exciting. So I said, let's go. So this is what I need to hit. I need Randall Cobb over 30 yards receiving. Aaron Rodgers over 200 yards passing. And I need Allen Lazard over 40 yards receiving. That's what I need. $50 on it. Wins 167. It sounds good. I probably put too much on it, but we'll see. Coach Allen says, screw the Eagles. Go, Pack, go. Coach Allen, are you in on any bet? Sorry about your game today. That was a shitty game to go to. As the Titans just, oh my gosh, dropped it, dude. Flat out dropped it. Titans broke my heart, yep. Hey, I put $45 on them just to win. Put $45 on their money line. I also put like $40 on Austin Hooper to have over 40 yards receiving. That hit, so that helped me. Yep. I took a little nap too after that game. At least it was a decent day. I don't think it was overly too cold. The wind was up, but Titans shouldn't have freaking lost that game. But offense can't get out of their own damn way. And they cannot block for Derrick Henry to save their life. Oh, was it really freezing? Wow. Yeah, I guess just taking the dogs out periodically doesn't do it justice rather than sitting there the whole time. I tell you right now, hopefully we're in for a good game tonight. In a bowl on the river too. They said the wind was crazy. It wasn't crazy at the house, but like say over there by the river. We need a good game tonight because I'm afraid about tomorrow's game. I'm looking at tomorrow's game and I'm like, why the hell stream that game? Colts and Steelers. That sounds like a trash game. What's up, director? What team are you on? Technically, I'm on the Packers. I've got a 3-leg parlay that is all on the Packers. So I technically have not taken either the Packers or the Eagles. I'm just taking player props. But honestly, I think I would probably take the Packers in the points. I would almost probably take the Packers on the money line. I just feel like the Packers have to get this win. If they don't get this win, you might as well forget about the Packers for the entire rest of the year. And I also see the Eagles stumbling. I don't know. That's just me. As always, guys, we will pipe in the game audio when this one gets started, which it will momentarily. We'll go from this scene to this scene. I will get game casts up for you guys as well. The Eagles have busted out the all-black helmets, so pretty sharp, pretty sharp. Had a big stream on the college football, gained over 50 subs. That was awesome. That was fun. As we are closing in on 6K. We're going to pipe in this game audio now.
And now they have a quarterback who's just as tough as any of them out there. Jalen Hurts been playing some great football.
The Eagles are the #1 seed in the NFC right now. That's what Green Bay has been.
See how that audio's testing.
But we know the story. They're 4-7. We've heard it. Is this their last stand? Let's forget about winning out. What about tonight? How do they win the game this evening?
Let's go back 10 days. The Titans beat them up. And honestly, the Eagles could do the exact same thing. You can talk all you want about Aaron Rodgers and these wide receivers, but tonight's game is going to be about toughness. It's going to be about.
All right, so that's good.
It's going to be about Aaron Rodgers, and I think Aaron.
As you could tell, Coach Allen, I could not bring it to myself to put A.J. Brown on this cover, so I went with Devontae Smith. He deserves it. Oh, come on. That's going to get me probably. Couldn't get over there quick enough. Ugh. Howland, come on now. I bet the A.J. Brown under every game out of spite. I would too. I would too. Let's see if we can just move that. We're going to just continue on our merry way. So they're going to commercial break, and we should be ready to roll. We should be ready to roll once we come back from a commercial break. We got 10 people in the house. 3 thumbs up. As always, guys, if you would, smash that thumbs up. It helps us out. Got a lot of people live for tonight's game. Should be a good one. As always, guys, as you pop in here, let us know in the chat who you're rooting for tonight, or let us know if you're in on a bet. I always like to kind of keep up with everybody's bets as we go on throughout this game. Let us know. We need Allen Lazard to catch a couple passes, get over 40 yards receiving. We need Aaron Rodgers have 200 yards or more passing. And we need Randall Cobb over 30 yards. I feel like I should have went in solo on just Randall Cobb. I'm a little worried that I have all my money, like only one bet on today. I'd like to have more than one bet, but I went big on the one bet, so I figured I'd just stay there. But I really like Randall Cobb. Yes. Yes. Howland says that sounds low. And I almost want to just put more on that. Like, that was the one I fell in love with. He in his first game back, he had 70 yards receiving. That is the one, man. I'm telling you. But it's already over. I already can't take more on it. But that was the one I fell in love with first. Like, as soon as I saw that. Wait a minute. I actually can take it. It's just locked right now. First game back against the Titans. Aaron Rodgers found him for like 7 catches for 71 yards. I just feel like the old reliable between him and Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be connected. I may put an extra like $25 on it because I feel like that one's going to hit. The one I'm probably a little worried about is Allen Lazard. Of course, anything can happen. You know, Randall Cobb might have 4 catches for freaking 14 yards. Who knows? But just feel like old reliable Rodgers knows him, knows where he's going to be at. He's going to go his way. I also did not take a first player touchdown bet. Probably should have just for fun, but nah, didn't do it. I never hit it anyway, so. All right, so the player receiving yards are back up. It's up to 31.5 now, which I don't like that it's up. So I'll probably just stay away maybe.
Injury since week 5, and this week he revealed that thumb on his throwing hand is actually broken. He told us he's had it x-rayed a few times and there hasn't been much change. It just needs time to heal. He said the 5 days off after last Thursday's loss to the Titans helped, and that this week was the first time since the injury that he took all reps in practice. He admitted it isn't 100%, and the fracture does.
Sammy Watkins over 11. Sammy Watkins 11.5 is very low as well. Randall Cobb has just went up to 32.5. So it's crazy. I need to make sure that I'm ahead, that I'm on time. I think I'm a little bit behind. Yeah, I was a little bit behind. It's already 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. I always have to make sure I do that.
Mike, already a change here for the Green Bay Packers on defense. Rudy Ford is in starting at one of the safety positions for Darnell Savage. And
but yeah, Sammy Watkins 11.5. That's a little interesting.
About this week is we have to be
all right, so 3rd and 10 for the Eagles is my. Exactly right. I always got to make sure that I'm ahead of schedule. So Packers with an opportunity to get the Eagles on a 3-and-out. They go trips left. Devontae Smith is the lone receiver to the right. A.J. Brown is that 3rd receiver inside. Hurt steps up, will tuck it and run, and he makes the guy look silly. And he's off 40 and finally pushed out of bounds near the 50. What's up, Carver family, team member?
Play the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts. They've got a spy sitting right there waiting on him, but you got to get him on the ground, and that's not so easy.
I don't know.
This young man very much
don't come in with that negative energy, Carver family.
Because it plays just like that.
We don't like the Eagles. Okay, A.J. Brown.
The man we just mentioned was not starting. Darnell Savage, who has been the starting safety the first 11 games as he was cutting.
So Packers had a chance to get off the field there. Not able to come up with a big play. 16 people in the chat, guys. Let us know who you're rooting for. Let us know who you're betting on. Hit that thumbs up. And if you're new, subscribe to the Coach Plays.
What has put them in these great spots this year?
Well, and Mike, that's what you do as a coach, right? You put X's and O's on the board, and they had plenty of X's and O's out there, but eventually you take your best athlete at the linebacker position, that being Quay Walker, put him right there, and you say, all right, if he runs, you tackle him. But he couldn't tackle him.
Savage helped off. Here is what happened to Savage. As they run an extra DBs on 3rd down, you see that left leg twists and turns awkwardly. That's what they were looking at. They bring him over to the sideline for further examination. Officially, it was a gain of 24. And Hurts and the Eagles have it at the 49-yard line.
So you get a pro right, twins left, back offset left. Going to do a little power action to the left, and Sanders will pick up a gain of about 5. Gonna turn that down just due to copyright. Blaze Radio in the house. What's up, Blaze? Says, yo, Coach, shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you. Hey, Blaze, looked like you had a great stream this morning on your NFL Red Zone stream. That was awesome to see, man. You had quite a few in the house.
Douglas and Ford, former Eagles, come back and play against the
This thing has bumped on me. Miles Sanders with another good run. Pick up about 7 and a first down.
Inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Miles Sanders, 8th in attempts, 9th in yards.
So far, a good opening drive for the Eagles after converting on that 3rd down.
He just jumped into a little tempo from the 38.
Hurts, quick throw. That is Devontae Smith for a gain of about 6.
Heisman Trophy winner, Jair Alexander. The corner on the tackle. Good gain on first down.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles played a little tempo with this game tonight, because Devondre Campbell, the signal caller for the Packers, is out. Quay Walker, the rookie, is in calling those signals, so you try and speed up that process a bit for him.
So 2nd and 4, you get like a trips bunch tight to the right. Devontae Smith, once again, the lone receiver away.
2nd and 4,
Sanders has to bounce outside, and that's going to allow the Packers, Douglas, to be able to pursue, string that out for a loss. Appreciate you, Blaze. Hope you and your family had a great Thanksgiving, by the way, buddy.
No matter which defense you're in, and here he is setting the edge. And the play comes out, and he's certainly athletic enough to make that play. He's a good pass rusher.
All right, so this will bring up another 3rd down. This one's 3rd and 6, just across the 35 of the Packers. Empty formation, and they go with a quarterback draw, and Hurts has all day. 20, 15, 10, pushed out of bounds at the 5. Yeah, we did. We did. It was some good food, good family. And so far, Jalen Hurts killing them on the ground. Hurts 2 carries for 52 yards. His over and under in rushing was 47. If you would have took his over on rushing, you would have already been done on the first drive.
Look here, and this time Jason Kelsey right up on the linebacker, so he didn't even have to make him miss. I think you have to play the run.
Not a good start for the Packers at all. Touchdown. That is Gainwell on the carry. I would have not bet him to have the first touchdown, so I'm glad I didn't do that. 10 plays, 75-yard drive. I'm okay with a shootout. Just means that Aaron Rodgers is going to have to throw the ball. All of my 3 picks involves him throwing the ball, so I'm fine with that.
Right up front, and so you can play the finesse game. They can throw the ball. They can run with their quarterback, and when it gets right down to nasty time, they can blow you off the ball too.
Jake Elliott had the ankle injury earlier this year. On for the extra point on this windy night. He knocks it through 2 long drives.
All right, so that gets us to a commercial break. The Eagles with an impressive opening drive to start this game have them up 7-0. 2 big 3rd down conversions converted by Jalen Hurts and his legs have the Eagles up by 7. Would like to see the Packers win. Getting tired of seeing Eagles win. Jags got to win. I think I've seen Washington win again. Yeah, Washington's winning. I said when Washington was winning and they were still thinking about going back to Wentz, I said Heineke needs to be the starting quarterback. He gives them everything they need. and they decided to stay with him, and they pick up another win today. Was happy to see that. And I was happy to see the Jags come back and get a win over the Ravens. Anytime the Ravens can go down, that's good. Linda B has checked in the house. What's up, Linda? Says, how about them Chiefs? They got another win today. Boy, the Rams are bad. They didn't have Stafford today. I think they're now 3-8 on the year. It's crazy to see how... did the Browns come back and win that game, Carver family? Holy crap, I did not know that. It's crazy to see how bad the Rams are, going from Super Bowl to now 3-8. It's crazy, man.
For a century in the Reading.
In overtime. Dang. I don't want to see that. I want to see the Bucs win that one. All right, so the Eagles getting ready to kick back off to the Packers. As we will see what Aaron Rodgers can do as far as answering. They need a drive to answer. They don't need to go 3 and out here and then just have no momentum in this game whatsoever. Of course, they're coming off the loss to Tennessee. They would like to right some wrongs, get back to 5-7, stay in a playoff hunt. Eagles with a great opening drive. They don't need this to start going the wrong way for them. Wow. He muffed it, came out, and went down to the 10.
Long field for the Green Bay offense.
Aaron Rodgers, Butte Community College.
So I'm going to mute that just due to copyright. Cripsy says, what's up, man? I love you. Keep it up. Dustin Adams and Logan Adams. What's up, Cripsy? Appreciate you for joining. Appreciate you for being here. What team you rooting for tonight? You rooting for the Packers, or are you rooting for the Eagles?
The last 3 games and some rare stability for a Packer team scoring under 19 points a game this year. 26.
All right, so the Packers on their own 9-yard line due to that botch. Rodgers steps up and throws, and that is caught but then dropped by Watson. Not the way you want to start if you're the Packers.
Could not secure the catch. You know, Aaron Rodgers' first pass of the year was a long one that Watson couldn't secure, and from that point on, it's just been off. No matter what you look at with Green Bay, it's just been off, and the numbers for Rodgers, we'll detail it a bit later on. Some of the lowest numbers we've seen in his now 18th year in the NFL.
So 2nd and 10. As the Packers really need a drive here. They did not get any help from their kick returner. 2-back set, tight end closed on the backside. They'll do a little counter draw, and Jones is able to fight for a gain of about 5. It will bring up a manageable 3rd down.
About 5 for Jones, who is 7th in the league in rushing yards, just under 800. He's top 10 in yards from scrimmage as well. This backfield has to set some of the tone for Green Bay here again tonight.
No, all the time. They have to run the football tonight. We saw it in Buffalo, same sort of thing, even when they were way behind. They've got to establish that they can run the ball to create the one-on-ones on the outside to hopefully get some big plays.
Romeo Doubs, the rookie, remains out with a high ankle injury.
Aaron Rodgers in trouble. He gets away. He will now throw, and it's tipped up and intercepted. That one was intended for Alan Lazard. How am I behind again? I might not have anything I can do about this, though.
And off the head of Slay.
Yeah, I'm as close as I can be. I'm always perfectly even when it's Thursday night football. I did shed a little bit of time there, but I'm always a little bit behind on regular games. Inside handoff, Miles Sanders will get a gain of about 5. It'll bring up about a 2nd and 4. Really? I don't know why it's slacking on me then. It pisses me off. What's up, Tyler? One of the Coach Plays moderators. Appreciate you, Tyler.
You have to keep Jalen from running the ball, right? You can't.
Yeah, Chiefs has an easy schedule the rest of the way, Carver family.
Because he was able to run it at the end and go in. If he beats you
really?
The ball,
I don't know why it went back like that. It didn't lag or something. At least I didn't notice it. All right, so 2nd and 4. Single receiver to the left is A.J. Brown. as the Packers, that first turnover. Here goes Jalen Hurts on a keep again, and he'll get all the way to the 15. Packers are in some trouble. That is not the start you wanted. Last thing I want is a blowout.
So you get great players from the backside to run this. But what happens here is when you have a quarterback that can run, it adds a
Very thankful for the Ohio State-Michigan game. That was a fun game to do and to cover. We need a fun and a good, exciting game here. Because tomorrow night's going to suck, and I don't even know. Inside handoff, Miles Sanders breaks the tackle, and he will just scamper his way to the end zone. Yikes. Don't the Titans play the Eagles next week? It's Steelers and Colts. Just a barn burner of a game.
Kenny Clark inside is going to have a shot at this one, but really that was a trap on the outside with Jaron Reed. And they are just fooling and disguising and tricking and running over the Green Bay Packers at this point.
Yep, Eagles versus Titans. Yep. And he missed the extra point. He pushed it to the right.
To the right, no good. His second missed extra point.
So the Eagles do miss the extra point, but they are off to a great start, up 13-0 on the Eagles after that turnover by Aaron Rodgers. Exactly what you did not need if you're a Packers fan. Eagles versus the Titans. Titans going to have to come out and play. They don't need to drop 2 in a row after screwing the pooch today. They don't need to drop 2 in a row. I want to look at the college football schedule. Friday is the Pac-12 championship, Utah and USC. I think I'm going to do that game. I think I will do that game. And then I'll decide if I want to do the SEC championship, LSU and Georgia. Even though I feel like that's going to be just a stupid game. When is Army and Navy play? That's I think they play after the conference championships. That's a game I want to cover. Is Army and Navy. I was hoping MAC when is the MAC going to have their championship? Or do they not? They should have a championship, but I don't see it on the schedule. Yeah, I don't think LSU will even give them a game, which is what's frustrating. Would have been nice if they scheduled some of these conference championships throughout the week, or at least started on Wednesday. The Big Ten championship's going to suck. Michigan's going to roll Purdue. They should at least. ACC sucks. Clemson and North Carolina because Clemson lost. UCF and Tulane. Big 12 championship, TCU and Kansas State could be decent. Kansas State, they've came out and played well at times this year. Yeah, I think the Utah and USC one, the Pac-12 championship, is probably going to be the best game. Then there will be a layoff before bowl games get started. But we'll cover some bowl games.
Link is rocking, as it has been all season long. The 9-1 Philadelphia Eagles. Ball off the tee again for Elliott. Second time in a row. The wins down at this end of the stadium. Touchdown run by Sanders, by the way. That's his 7th. That is a career high. There's a lot more season to go.
Right now, the Eagles on pace to rush for 800 yards.
No, I think that's a few years away. They could bump it up, but I think it's like 2025, 2026, maybe. I don't know.
We'll have a story if that happens, right? Return here by Nixon.
Now, this is a better return than the last time. He's going to break some tackles, get close to the 40-yard line.
Kick return last time, determined to make it a better one. And here is the Philadelphia defense.
Brandon Graham, Detroit Crockett, Fletcher Cox.
All right, so here we go. Packers' second drive. They'll flip it out to the right to Aaron Jones, and he'll get a gain of 9. This is a Cripsy. This is an NZXT PC with a 3060 Ti graphics card. Absolutely love it. It's been a great investment for me and this channel, that's for sure.
That flashiness, that speed, his ability in the passing game, seeing a little bit more of Jones.
All right, come on, Packers. Let's get back in this thing. Let's get back in this thing. 2 tight end set. Another counter action, and they're all over at that time. That is Flexor Cox. There for a loss about 2.
Double-digit-year veterans on this Eagles defensive front, and that one's been here for a long time.
See if I'm
sense of
ahead.
Nobody does that better than Fletcher Cox. He has been fantastic for his entire.
All right, so 2nd and 11. 2 tight end set again. 2 receivers now to the left. A little play action. Rodgers will just screen it to Aaron Jones. He gets a good block, and he's off to the 40, 30, down to the 25, and brought down at the 20, and a good play there for the Packers.
30 is Aaron Jones doing damage on the edge.
Yeah, I used to, Cripsy, I used to just stream on a MacBook Pro, a 2013 MacBook Pro. Then that thing finally cooked out on me, and I just told myself that I was going to invest in a good PC, and boy, it's made this just seamless, so easy now. Handoff, that's A.J. Dillon with the hole to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Packers. And they answer the bell right there. No Alan Lazard or Brandon Cobb, but Randall Cobb, but Aaron Rodgers gets some passing yards involved, and they stay in this game. Yeah, that's a touchdown.
Comes down, that's good. C.J. Gardner-Johnson taken for a ride by powerful 6 foot, 250.
What's up, Cole? Appreciate you for joining, Cole. Hope you and your family had a good Thanksgiving.
With the best snap, handled nicely. Crosby adds the extra point.
So, if you took the over on this game, you're probably feeling pretty good, as we are only 6:40 left to play in the first quarter. And it's Eagles 13, Packers 7. So a lot of action here early into this one. We can go ahead and look at the box score. Let me see here. Let's pull up the box score for everybody as we look to see just exactly what's happened so far. Aaron Rodgers has thrown 3 passes, connected one time for 30 yards. That was a screen. So he's 1 for 3 for 30 yards. Jalen Hurts 1 for 3 for 6 yards, but that is not where Jalen Hurts is having his best action. It is on the ground game. Jalen Hurts 3 carries for 60 yards right now, averaging 20 yards a carry. Miles Sanders 5 carries for 32. A.J. Dillon 1 for 20 for the Packers and a touchdown after that 20-yard run. Aaron Jones 3 for 15. So both teams having success on the ground early in this one. Receiving, Aaron Jones 1 for 30 for the Packers. Devontae Smith 1 for 6 for the Eagles. So that's early in this action, but a lot of points. A lot of points being put up. Still got the NBA too. I'm trying to think about when we want to start to kind of dabby in the NBA a little bit. Probably start just with the Grizzlies. Say we also get into the NBA especially hard after Christmas. So on a commercial break, the Eagles will take back over because they missed that extra point. Packers only down 6.
Really made Philadelphia so much a part of his life, his home. And his Eagles over his tenure have been always right in the mix. And they are again this year, best record in the league at 9-1. The kickoff return by Boston Scott is taken out to the 27-yard line. So the Batman theme, Darius Slay brought it up for the receivers, but it fits the quarterback too. Jalen Hurts, the numbers have gotten better each year.
Army versus Navy games actually Saturday, December 10th. So we still got a little bit ways to go. A couple weeks. Week and a half to get to that game.
In 50 years in the NFL.
Hand off Miles Sanders, and he'll fight through to get a gain of about 7.
Sanders legs that time, Chris gaining 7 yards.
Yeah, and it was interesting to talk with Jalen Hurts, wasn't it? A very serious-minded guy, and you were talking about him as well. Just the idea that somebody so young could be that serious-minded. But that really is the fit here in Philadelphia. With this team, with this offensive line, it really has been a magical
Another
fit.
inside zone for Sanders, and he does a good job of not going down based off the first contact. Had a big D tackle all over him there, but his center of gravity is able to just stay up and fight and fall forward. Brings up 3rd and 1.
His third, and to be thinking in that way, that shows you the maturity and the preparation for the position of this guy.
And not one person on this football team would have disputed it. He does.
Packers defense could use to show a little bit of resistance.
He knows when you're the quarterback.
Condensed set here, and they just sneak it. Oh, and I don't think he got it. It's going to depend on the spot. There was a little bit of push there at first, but then he pulled him back, and based off that spot, he is short.
Yeah, they came off the side over here and pulled him backwards. We have seen this quarterback sneak work almost every time, but for whatever reason,
boy, Watkins for the Eagles didn't want to block at all.
The entire pile, but Enagbare pulling him backwards, I don't think he got it.
Bringing out the chains for a measurement. 18 for 20.
It's all going to depend on the spot as always.
Runs. So it's been one of the most guaranteed plays in the NFL this year.
Yep, he is well short.
I mean, here's a quarterback that squats 600 pounds. He's one of the most powerful guys in the entire league at that quarterback position. Probably is the most powerful one. But here they go, and they're going to go for it. And the reason they are, and I guarantee you they go back to the old quarterback sneak here.
The maul?
They'll have the maul. They'll have people in behind them. They'll push the whole thing forward. And if that doesn't work...
So fourth and inches here.
There you see the chances of converting on this 4th and inches for the Eagles. And they rush to the ball quick.
Oh, that's a false start.
Thought they might have moved early.
I did too.
And based off that spot, I'm telling you right there, I don't know if he's got it. I don't think he's got it. Hey, I thought the Eagles got away with a false start.
As we said, it's rare to see.
But based off that spot, I don't think the Eagles convert.
It looked like Isaac Seumalo left just a little bit early to me on that one.
What's the conference call right here?
Best case.
But there's no flag down there. Now we have a fumble in here too on 4th down.
And you can't fumble it forward.
Sean Smith getting cleared out. Let's take a peek at.
Yeah, the right guard definitely moved early.
Was the snap? The snap was lost right from the beginning.
It's a good peek inside.
Oh,
Yeah, and you can see Chase and Kelsey trying to keep his hand on the ball from the center position as well,
right,
to make sure that Hurts got it, and nobody else was moving except Kelsey and Seumalo.
I tell you right now, he is short.
Up there, and his knee is down.
And the Packers get a huge stop early in this game. 3rd and 1, Eagles sneak it, didn't get it. 4th and 1, they sneak it again, and they get no yards. They fumble the football. Aaron Rodgers with a short field and a chance to take the lead back in this one early. After such a great start for the Eagles, Packers could be looking at the lead in no time. That is that's a gamble. It's a gamble. You feel like with sneaking the football, you know the chances of getting those first downs are very high, but it is still always a risk. And right there, Eagles paid it, and the Packers will take over. LSU is done, Tyler. That was a terrible loss by LSU. A Texas A&M team who didn't have anything to play for. That was rough. All right, guys, so we are getting close to coming back here now. Mute that music and get right back into the action here.
Bizarre gets Terry.
Yeah, Mike. Does Kelsey ever really release the ball? I mean,
maybe, Tyler. They kind of sleepwalk through some games. That's a little worrisome. I still think they're the best team, but Michigan's really rolling, and no one wants. I'm not saying TCU is going to win. No one wants to give them credit, but TCU just does nothing but win every single week. Georgia doesn't need a sleepwalk. You would think they wouldn't sleepwalk in the playoffs. But they have sleptwalked through some games this year that worries you a little bit. But they're the big favorite, I would say, for sure.
Credit to the Green Bay Packers. I mean, they looked like they were out of it as we started this football game, and here they come battling back.
There you see the numbers that we talked about. Best and 0 for 2. Randall Cobb in motion.
Quick come on, man. They threw to Randall Cobb and he dropped it. I don't need that. I need Cobb to make the most of his opportunities. Gosh.
Things that we have not seen before, and the Packers haven't seen before, which are passes that aren't spirals. We were watching him in pregame warm-up out here, though, Mike. He was pretty sharp throwing the ball, so I think he's still okay.
Gonna empty it out and go 5 wide.
So 3rd and 8, empty formation, trips left, twins right. A quick throw, Aaron Jones, and he's only going to get about 4. I'm going to make sure that I'm caught up here. And now here's a throw, and that is Christian Watson for a first down. Once again, I'm behind. I don't know why it's falling behind on me. That's frustrating. There is a flag down. Packers do get the first down. He's throwing to Christian Watson. I need him throwing to Allen Lazard or Cobb. But Tyler's right. That is a first down. Holding on the defense, so the Packers will advance this drive.
Yeah, you're going to see Christian Watson.
So Watson just on a little bit of a seam post, and he's able to find that natural spot in the zone, and Rodgers puts a dart on him. Christian Watson's stock has been rising every single week.
Watson with that big collision able to hold on. The Eagles athletic training staff looking at C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who leads the NFL in interceptions with 6.
And he has just been such an important part of this Eagles secondary. You'll see
so Gardner-Johnson is who applied the hit, used his shoulder, and he has been in some pain. So that will get us to a commercial break. So commercial break. So like I say, commercial break. Packers do advance in that first down. And they are knocking on that door to take the lead. After a quick start by the Eagles, 13 unanswered points. Packers have an opportunity to answer with 14 unanswered for themselves.
As he gets checked out, Reed Blankenship, undrafted rookie, comes in.
All right, so here we go.
Defense this season.
1st and 10. Ball is placed at the 12-yard lines of the Eagles. Play action. Rodgers looking. Fires towards the end zone. Touchdown, Randall Cobb. I needed Randall Cobb to get over 30 yards receiving. He just picked up 12 and a touchdown there.
That looked like Aaron Rodgers. This is the play
So they run a little play action right here.
And here comes the trailing receiver.
And then they've got a drag and a post, and the drag just cleared out the middle of the field, wide ass open. And the post is just right there. Easy all day. All day. Spot on throw by Aaron Rodgers now has Green Bay with 14 unanswered points.
With 9:02 was 13-0 Eagles.
As Gardner is being carted off. That's unfortunate to see. Packers up 14-13 in this one after the Eagles off to a 13-0 start.
Gardner Johnson going out for this defense. Here's the throw again. You can see he doesn't even step as he throws. It's just that hip whips open, and when he is starting to feel it, it's just different. That was a big decision to go for that 4th down right there, and it paid off in a huge way. You can see those hips completely open, completely facing the target by the time he finishes that throw.
Linda says no,
Yeah,
Pack,
these
no.
guys are back. He has some of his receivers back. He has some young receivers making plays, and everybody's patting everybody. That's a good thing. If you're a Packer and you're patting guys in the chest, that's a good thing.
Randall Cobb and Aaron Rodgers are.
Like I say, it's an impressive answer, and it all goes back to just, you know, you risk it on your own 35-yard line on a 4th and 1. I mean, you're still given an opportunity for an Aaron Rodgers with a short field and kind of flip this game around.
And the one thing he said, we had leads, and they did. They scored on the first drive of every one of those games. And here, they've come back, but now they're in the game still in the first quarter.
I was a little surprised when they deferred to open this game. Just because of what he said, and I agreed with him. This team has been playing from behind so much this season. They haven't had a chance to unleash those pass rushers and do what they do best on the defensive side.
Now the Eagles play from behind, and Miles
Sanders tried to find an edge, but that gets strung out, and Smith is able to get it for a loss of 1.
Of a yard for Sanders on 1st down.
It's amazing. We're talking a little bit about momentum, right? And what that means. Matt LaFleur was telling us momentum is real, right? It can be negative momentum or it can be positive momentum, but you can see already the carryover of the energy of this defense.
So 2nd and 11. Hurts steps up, now fires. He's got A.J. Brown, and he's able to break a tackle and to get a big gain here close to the 50. Screw that guy.
23 yards for Brown in his 4th year out of Ole Miss.
One of the problems, if you start sending blitzes, you end up with one-on-one coverage on some really talented wide receivers on the outside. And A.J. Brown, as good as it gets, that run after the catch.
47.
Hurts checks it down to his back, and his back will get a gain of about 5.
79-yard line. Couple injuries in this first quarter. Here's Melissa with an update.
Yes, an update on Packers safety Darnell Savage, who we saw leave the field in the opening series of the game. He went in to get x-rays. Official word from the team, he is questionable to return with a
So definitely we've had some injuries here to start this game for both teams. Sanders will fight for a gain of a few, and it'll bring up about a 3rd and 3. Linda likes her some Jalen Hurts. Okay, Linda. Nothing wrong with that.
And not to mention Eric Stokes, their starting cornerback. So Rashawn Gary is the energy of the Green Bay Packers defense. Relentless effort, nonstop, grit, tough, all that kind of stuff. Vondre Campbell has been the brains of the operation. He knows how to get them organized, knows how to get them set. Now that falls on Clay Walker.
3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2, condensed formation for the Eagles. Play action. Hurts steps up in the pocket. It's going to take off and run. And he's got a lot of room. 40, 30, 20, 10. Pushed out of the 5. At what point do they not have someone who's going to keep their eyes on Jalen Hurts? They had to catch him in man coverage, and just no one home. No one home.
In the first quarter.
Mike, here's what you can't do. You can't rush this guy like he's a normal quarterback. You try and fly around the edge, it just leaves too big a gap. We've seen people game after game.
That was way too easy for Jalen Hurts.
Right now,
Evan Hutton has stepped in the chat, says, "Go Eagles! Go Eagles!" What's up, Evan? Appreciate you being here.
I have no idea how long he ran on that one.
Timeout here. And Nick
So we get a timeout.
Running down on him, and he goes to get that quick timeout. We were talking about that Thursday night with Jason Garrett. You have a long play, and all of a sudden the play clock runs against you. Well, no easing into this game.
This has been explosive and exciting.
Yeah.
And there's a lot on the line. You know, the Green Bay Packers have a lot of pride. This is an organization, back-to-back years. They had the MVP. They had the first overall slot in the entire playoffs. And now here they are with everything on the line, and Aaron Rodgers is playing up to it, and so are the rest of them. They just have to figure out a way to tackle Jalen Hurts. They have not figured that out.
And we've been here for 3 days, and everybody said, yeah, things are great. The Packers are down, but Rodgers is coming to town. Aaron Rodgers has beaten these guys. It's a scar on the Philadelphia Eagles, and this organization was very weary. But they've got a quarterback of their own who's had some kind of quarter.
Hurts will keep it. Going to try to get to the edge. And he doesn't make it. We'll get a gain of a yard.
By the Green Bay defense, Rudy Ford leads the way as the quarter comes to an end. What a quarter. After one, Packers 14, Eagles 13.
So after the end of one quarter, it is the Green Bay Packers 14, the Eagles 13, but the Eagles are right back on the move once again. Yep, Linda does like her some Travis Kelce, that's for sure. 16 people in the house, 13 thumbs up, guys. Appreciate you all very much for smashing those thumbs up. I don't know, Carver family, if the Chiefs will be done once Kelce's gone, because they still do have Patrick Mahomes, but I tell you, Kelce is a massive part of that offense. It runs through Kelce, that's for sure.
Barre just drilled him right in the ribs.
To Hitler.
Slow walk down the field for Jalen Hurts. because it did.
Quarter begins with 2nd and goal.
Inside handoff, Miles Sanders trying to fight through the traffic, and he does. Touchdown, Eagles.
What? The 5th touchdown in the first 15 minutes and 6 seconds. And now 2 for Miles Sanders.
So a good answer there. That's all right, Linda. Appreciate you. It's a good answer there for the Eagles, and we'll have to see what the Packers can do.
These points in the quarterbacks are combined 7 of 12 passing.
As the Eagles in their black helmets, in their black uniforms tonight.
We talked about
Now we're up again, 20-14.
Two of the big guys up there, Jordan
As they have their second lead of the night.
365 pounds, Landon Dickerson, 335 pounds, and they just took the Green Bay Packers straight into the end zone. Good block on the outside by Jack Stoll as well. That is what has made them the team that they are so far, Mike, is that they can do a little bit of everything. We haven't seen a lot of the passing game yet from Jalen Hurts, but as teams start to pile up on this running game, then he goes to work on the outside. A.J. Brown, what an acquisition that was for the team. Devontae Smith has just been fantastic, and they've really done it without their third.
So that environment right now in Philadelphia, you can tell they're feeling it.
He's got a shoulder injury. Those guys up front, led by Jason Kelsey, get the job done on the inside. That touchdown there makes it 20-13, 20-14. The score after one was 14-13. That was the highest scoring first quarter in the NFL this season. And we follow that up with a touchdown on the first play of the second quarter.
This will be caught.
Rodgers, the offense will take over at
Fair.
the 25.
Nah, that one goes in and out of the end zone.
Remember Aaron Rodgers is
So the Packers getting ready to take back over.
but he's the only one of
Need Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard to get in the mix here.
and answer most of the questions as well. From the 25, A.J. Dillon's the back.
Handoff A.J. Dillon. He does a good job of pushing forward for a gain of about 4. Hard run there, but he does
It's got to be so weird
get a
for
positive
Aaron
gain.
Rodgers, right? I mean, his entire life, his entire career, to win a football game, he had to do it, right? He just had to do it. He knew it. Everybody knew it. Coaches knew it. Players knew it. Everybody knew it. With this football team, I'm not so sure. You know, that we saw what really jump-started this comeback was Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, and then you get to a little bit of the play action. I don't think you'll see the Packers come off of that plan.
Second and 6, toss.
Little pitch there to Dillon, and Dillon moving forward with a head of steam. Big gain there for a first down.
Melissa with an update on the injuries on the Eagles.
Yes, we saw their safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson moments ago needed to be helped off the field. You could feel the collective gasp in this stadium. He couldn't stand up straight. He was clearly in pain, taken off in a cart, as you see there. Went into the x-ray room. He is officially questionable with ribs.
It's a tough blow, as we said, Melissa, leading the NFL in interceptions this year with 6. He likes to talk, likes to...
All right, so first and 10. See if they put the ball in the air or keep it on the ground. Just step, drop back, looking to throw. Fires in the middle of the field. He's got his tight end all the way down to close to 40. And that's a big gain for another first down.
17 for the fifth-year tight end.
So what happens when you get the running game going? They go to this 5-man line, and now you have one fewer people in the middle of that defense, and there it is. So that's the formula, right? You have the ability to run, and the minute they react to it, Aaron Rodgers knows it. He makes a little call, and right where you're vulnerable.
So Packers so far off to a good start in this drive. Now into Eagles territory. Lazard will motion right to left. 2 tight ends set to the right. Twins left. Little counter draw. And Dillon, another hard gain for about 6.
36 and a pickup of 6. Chris had mentioned his carries down from the first 4 games of the season as we've gone through the last 7.
Yeah, and I tell you, the left side of this offensive line has really made a difference. You saw both guys pulling over on this side, David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins. They made the move to put Jenkins back at that left guard position. They wanted
Come on, need Allen Lazard to kind of get in the mix here.
Seen Green Bay do a lot this, both of the halfbacks in.
Quick little throw out to Dillon. Dillon getting good blocks out on the perimeter. He'll pick a gain of about 7 and a first down. Aaron Rodgers using the backside of the backfield today very effectively.
50-pound backs, have you ever seen catch the football that easily?
Not many.
No, not many. And you know, the other thing that they really wanted to do, they wanted to come out and force the 2 cornerbacks for the Eagles, Darius Slay, James Bradbury, force those guys to make tackles in space. And it's like body blows in boxing. Eventually, it takes a toll.
Yeah, it is. It is looking like a shootout. I'm glad with that as long as they start throwing to my guys. Rodgers looking. Fires middle of the field, and that's picked off.
Blankenship. You've sunk my Blankenship. Interception for the rookie.
Rodgers has made 2 costly interceptions.
Lurking in the middle of the field. Only 2 snaps on defense.
Yikes. Volcano comes in, says, sorry, coach, thought we would have won that game. Yeah, Titans blew it, man. I don't know. That they have legit issues on the offensive side of the ball. And they did not look good today. I will say that. Carver family says Rodgers isn't the same this year. I would agree. Had someone saying that they wouldn't mind seeing Rodgers on the Titans next year, and I said no. He's not the same guy. I'm telling you. Not the same guy. All right, so we're coming back from a commercial break. After that costly interception by Aaron Rodgers, and he is on the bench just shaking his head. 9th interception this season, second
Can you believe it?
tonight.
The rookie free agent Reed Blankenship's going to fool him. Watch him go backwards and then hit the Jets forward. Rodgers is going to see Blankenship back up and think it's a 3 deep, and he's going to be able to hit this crossing route. Instead, Blankenship hits the Jets and beats the receiver to that point. That is a brilliant play by a rookie.
Yeah, it is a great play by Blankenship. Play action. Hurts looking downfield. Now fires deep out. And what a comeback catch there by Devontae Smith. And the Eagles are rolling. After all that positive comeback the Packers have had, if the Eagles roll right down the field and put up another touchdown on the board, that's going to be tough.
Can you imagine a college free agent coming out and, yeah, what did you do when you got your chance? I just picked off Aaron Rodgers. I tricked him on that play.
When we get a moment, I'll tell you something about Blankenship, the 39. Give inside, Miles Sanders with a run.
Piece of Packers helmet. This is on the field.
Picked up, so I don't say flag 30 times. Thank you. So Blankenship's defensive coordinator at Middle Tennessee was Scott Schaefer. Used to be the head coach at Syracuse. I've known Scott for a while. Always great defenses, always disguises with the safeties. Blankenship started for 5 years at Middle Tennessee. So he's got a
Blankenship from MTSU. That's awesome.
Moment comes, guys ready to do it.
Well, of course they.
Awesome to see.
We knew it all the way. At the 44-yard line.
And Hurts is going to keep it. And another big run by Jalen Hurts. There is a flag. We'll see if this one comes back.
I tell you, the defensive back went down and cut one of the pulling offensive linemen.
Personal foul. Defense illegal.
Wow. We've seen that call now. Back-to-back days.
Something added to the rules.
Yeah, which no
Can't take on a blocker low.
But look at the great athleticism of Lane Johnson in space. He was tracking Adrian Amos. And Lane Johnson, I can't say enough good things about him. There aren't many offensive linemen would have made any contact at all. But Lane Johnson has not given up a sack in 2 years. It is unbelievable what he has done starting at that right tackle position for the Eagles here the last couple of years.
So good across the front. So added on to the run. Huge gain, takes it to the 24.
Trying to boot out to the right. Hurts. He'll just keep it, and he'll get a gain of maybe 2.
Gain of a yard. So that run adds, so it's 9 carries, 121 yards for him tonight.
All right, here is an RPR. Run, pass, run. He could hand it off here. He could pass it down there, or he can keep it and run it himself. All of it off the read right there. And there he goes. The idea is to get it quickly to the tight end.
He says that, but I don't think that's a run at all over there. By the way, he says that, but I don't see it. Those linemen are pass setting. I don't see a run there. I just don't. I don't think Buck's right there. Hurts will just flush out to the right and we'll throw it away. He'll bring up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, well, here's part of the problem with those run pass options, RPRs, is that sometimes those offensive linemen don't know you're scrambling, and they can sneak a yard or too far down the field.
Eligible man downfield, offense number 56. That penalty's declined. So the play is 3rd down.
So can the Eagles get a stop here?
Yeah, Isaac Seumalo down there just
and force a field goal.
A little too far.
8:56 left to play in the first half.
So Hurts, by the way, has run for 122 yards. The long-time record is 178 yards.
I need Alan Lazard to just, golly, this is terrible.
Quarterback for rushing yards in a game. 178. Hurts already is 122.
Can't let Hurts run this one.
Quick little throw, A.J. Brown, not a whole lot there. And he fumbled, and the Packers have it 30, 40, 50, 40. Breaks the tackle 30, 20. And he'll finally step out. Take that, A.J. Brown.
Terrific return.
Suck it.
Another big turnover. And Green Bay has it in great field position.
As a Tennessee Titans fan, boy, do I love seeing that.
Watch the effort by the rookie Quay Walker coming out of that national championship
A
team.
massive,
Blitz.
massive
It doesn't happen. He
turn of
sees the
events.
Throw outside. Here we go. Let me hustle. Let me sprint over here. And thank you very much. But I want to tell you, Jalen Hurts made one of the plays of the night. Jair Alexander is out in front. And all Hurts did was he forced Quay Walker to cut that thing back and give him a chance. But what a play coming up for the Green Bay Packers.
Absolutely. Take that, A.J.
Very
Brown.
open, a physical nature to the game. And Rudy Ford, the new guy in at safety, forced that fumble. And there's what you talked about with Hurts. Keeping it from a touchdown, just limiting it to a 6-3-3-yard.
Two tight ends set.
So for the second time tonight, the Packers take over an Eagles.
Packers toss it out to Aaron Jones. He's got a lot of room to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. There is a flag. And it's coming back. That's fine. Pass it to Alan Lazard. Or pass it to Randall Cobb.
That's the left guard, Elton Jenkins.
He's got a really tough block. Let's take a look. You've got to reach all the way around here to try and make that block. I mean, from me, I can't see it, but I'm sure you can see the grab of the jersey.
God, they called that a
Hands
hold.
underneath.
That is a damn good block.
Grab they called.
I don't like that
Power to the
call.
ground.
I do not like that call.
Good eyesight.
He did overpower him, that is for sure. So it's 1st and 17.
First and 17 at the 20. Now an empty set formation. Throw it to Lazard or Cobb. He checks it down to the tight end, and it's a loss of 4. Tried to set up a tight end screen. That went nowhere.
On that side and snuffs that one out, and Green Bay going the wrong way.
I tell you, that was a huge play by Bradbury. There wasn't anybody left on that half of the field over there. If he doesn't wind his way through and make that tackle, the Packers had 4 offensive linemen in front of them. It was going to be a touchdown. Matt LaFleur knew it.
So 2nd and 20 now. Empty formation here.
Get a first down at the 3.
Rodgers steps up in the pocket, flushes out to the right, still looking, fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Aaron Jones. And the Packers extra point away from the lead.
What a crazy game we got going here tonight. This is just awesome. You're gonna
Why
see
are they
Aaron
not
Jones come
throwing
down
to
here, adjust,
Alan
make another
Lazard?
adjustment right in the middle of the field as Aaron Rodgers keeps the play alive. And it is a
I cannot believe
rare
Aaron
running
Jones
back, a rare
sitting there
running
with
back that
5 catches
understands
for, no,
scramble drill
3
adjustments
catches for
that far down the
56.
field, and he gave
His
quarterback
over
an
and under was like
opportunity.
10.
That was fantastic.
Look out.
And he missed it.
That snap was turned late by O'Donnell.
We've now had 2 kickers miss an extra point.
And we are tied.
My goodness. So we stay tied because the Packers missed the extra point. That's big because, like, for all the Packers bettors out there who took the Packers plus 6.5, them constantly being up 1 point was big because if an Eagles did cover with a late touchdown, you know, they were going to win by 6, and those bettors would win that bet. So, I don't know. That's, man, seeing some missed extra points. Crazy. All right, so now we're back to the action.
And then he became a
Gotta mute
defensive
that,
lineman.
though.
Then he finally.
Due to copyright music. All right, here we go.
Of the Eagles' success, not just tonight, but all season long.
Now, there's the change on me. Come on.
Drive 6 for the Eagles. They've scored 3 touchdowns tonight.
Quick little out route thrown to Miles Sanders. He'll pick up a gain of about 7.
Quay Walker. The linebackers tackle him at the 34. It's pick up of 6.
You know, I give some credit to Joe Barry here. He got run over a little bit with Jalen Hurts, but now they're going back to this single safety look, which is going to open up the passing game. Now you're going to begin to see A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and some of these backs coming out and making plays in the passing game. They couldn't stop the run with a traditional look, so they had to switch to that and basically dare.
A.J. Brown motions left to right. 2nd and 3. And 11 personnel.
2nd and 3 for
Hurts in trouble. Flushes out to the right, and he will go down for a sack, a loss of about 5. I was not quite sure if he would get there, and Hollins did.
I mean, you can run down a quarterback that runs 4 or 5 something. That is welcome to Green Bay time right there. That was a big play because we've seen what Jalen Hurts can do in space, but the change in philosophy defensively has put them in a 3rd and 8 situation, and that's all you can ask for.
4th season, 50 games, 8 sacks, 3 forced fumbles for Hollins. 11 personnel, condensed formation here for the Eagles. Hurts steps back, flush, rolls to the right, nothing there, just has to throw it away again. And so the Packers get a much-needed 3 and out on the Philadelphia Eagles. We've not really seen that much today.
You fill up those potential rush lanes, right? They're going to come in all these different rush lanes. And so now if Jalen Hurts has to escape.
What's up, Ron? Appreciate you for joining.
No problem there.
Aaron Sipos with the kick.
And we'll get this punt off. It goes all the way to the 20. He kicks out at about the 18. Good punt there. So that will get us to another commercial break. Packers with a chance to take the lead. I was about to say extend the lead, but they did miss that extra point. Ron says, go Green Bay. This has been an entertaining game. Back and forth. Very unpredictable type of game. Just when it looked like the Eagles having a chance to maybe start to widen the gap, mistakes are made. And, you know, there's been 4 turnovers tonight, 2 interceptions for the Packers, a fumble by A.J. Brown, and a turnover on downs by the Eagles. And it's kind of kept this game even killed, and we're at a 20-20 game right now. So, biggest thing I want to see, because my parlay bet, Packers need to start, Aaron Rodgers needs to start throwing to Randall Cobb and Allen Lazard right now. Randall Cobb has 11 yards receiving. I need him to have over 30. Let's go. Allen Lazard hasn't even had a target tonight. I need him over 40 yards. I don't understand the obsession with not throwing to Allen Lazard right now. When you look at his past games, his past 3 games, 57 yards, 45 yards, 87 yards. Let's go. Let's get some targets to Allen Lazard. Gonna get an amen. I'm good, Ron, man. Hope you've been doing well. Hope you and your family had a great Thanksgiving. Hope everybody in the chat had a great Thanksgiving. Everybody should be about done eating their leftovers. I've still got a few desserts that I'm chipping away at. Yeah, I did, Ron. Had a pretty good one. All right, so we're back. Yeah, I'm gonna mute that though. They're just playing a few musics. Don't want to get copyrighted. All right, here we go.
He has a phone.
Yeah, he does.
He does that.
He just started an internet rumor. I can do that, you know.
Have you done that before?
Aaron Rodgers does have over 100 yards passing. I need him to have over 200. I just need him to start throwing to my guys. Handoff A.J. Dillon, gain of 9. When the run's going like that, I start to get a little concerned that they won't even need to throw it that much. They have had a lot of success on the ground tonight. Aaron Jones, 6 carries for 26. A.J. Dillon's been the better back, 5 carries for 51. As a team, 11 carries for 77 yards. For the Eagles, because of Jalen Hurts, they have 22 carries for 179 yards. 2nd and 1, could be a shot play here. They just hand it off to Aaron Jones. He'll get a gain of 5.
To Jones to 33. What a nice package of plays that Green Bay's been creative with over the last 6 or 7 weeks.
You got it. This 2-back set has really been something special, and you will see probably, I don't know, they probably have 15 of them now. I think they started out with 2 or 3. They even have like read options now for Aaron Rodgers if he wants to run the ball. But you could tell they had 3 receivers out to the left-hand side. He chose to hand it off, but you're going to see a lot out of that group.
Zard in motion.
Rodgers steps up in trouble, and he goes down. There'll be a sack for about -5. Bring it up close to 2nd and 15. They're going to say a loss of 3, actually.
It was Ndamukong Suh, his old nemesis from back in Detroit days. We've seen a lot of highlights of that. Watch Suh get the initial pressure, and then it's Josh Sweat from the other side who's going to clean it up. But Ndamukong Suh now just with this team a couple of weeks, and he has already made his presence felt, along with Linval Joseph, who came in at the same time.
Yeah, this game's been going so fast, not even a chance to talk about the impact guys that the Eagles have.
So 2nd and 13, Rodgers, quick throw outside. That is Randall Cobb. He'll pick up about half of that back. Cobb is now up to 2 catches for 19 yards, so that's a good sign there.
I can't help but laugh. I've seen Ndamukong Suh so many times take 1 extra step and hit Aaron Rodgers. This time he was like, okay, all right.
I think that was hello, friend.
Probably was.
Yes. Nance won't mind that bar.
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Motions left to right. Rodgers in trouble, and he goes down. Another sack. Fletcher Cox this time. Rodgers has not been the best, Ron. He's 9 of 13 for 118 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Crash down inside, and because Fletcher Cox is so athletic, he can get around the edge. He has the speed to track down Aaron Rodgers in a huge play for the Eagles.
Not feeling good about my bet at all.
Pat O'Donnell's first punch of the night, Britton Covey. The rookie back deep to receive. Wobbling kick. Covey comes up and fair catches it just shy of the 30-yard line. The punch.
So that gets us to another commercial break. This should be a short one. So almost 2 minutes left to go. So we will get a stoppage for the 2-minute warning coming up soon. 2:16 left to play.
Game better than the Vikings who we saw on Thanksgiving night in Minneapolis. And of course the Eagles have the head-to-head.
What's up, Brayton? Celtics 16-4, off to a great start of the year.
For the 39, Hurts back to work.
Hurts checks it down. That is to Watkins. He'll pick up about 4.
Out of bounds, so he turns it could have been a negative into a positive at the 33-yard line. Pick up a 4 as we get to the 2-minute warning. Packers going to get it to start the second.
He hasn't been that good, Linda.
The lead to the locker room.
He has not been that good. So now that will get us to the 2-minute warning. So we'll show up the box score here. You can see Aaron Rodgers 9 of 13 for 118, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. It's been a mixed bag. 2 sacks for 12 yards. Jalen Hurts 7-11 for 59 yards. Very pedestrian. But this is where Jalen Hurts has made his hay, if you want to say so. But Jalen Hurts, 9 carries for 122 yards, 13.6 yards per carry average. As a team, they've done very well on the ground. 22 carries, 179 for 3 touchdowns. A.J. Dillon's having a pretty good game for the Packers on the ground. 5 carries, 51 yards, 10.2 average. Receiving, Aaron Jones, 3 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown. Christian Watson, 1 for 21. Randall Cobb, 2 for 19 and a touchdown. Robert Tonyan, 2 for 14. A.J. Dillon, 1 for 8. Devontae Smith, 2 for 23. A.J. Brown, 2 for 21. Had a very huge, costly fumble that ended up getting the Packers 6 on the board. Miles Sanders, 2 for 11. And Quez Watkins just had that catch, 1 for 4. As we wait for a 2-minute warning to end and come back, we'll see how this first half ends. A.J. Brown killed me, Brayton said. Hey, I'm happy to see A.J. Brown struggle. He ain't going to get any sympathy from me. I can tell you that. Yeah, still salty about it, Brayton. And it's not even about that he left or that he demanded a trade. It's just the way he runs that mouth, and he doesn't want to keep the Titans out of his mouth, so. There you go.
Trent Cole into their Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. Open teams celebrate.
2nd and 6. Hurts fires. That is dropped by A.J. Brown.
Hang on with coverage from the top corner for the Packers, Jair
Yeah.
Alexander.
Well, that's going to be the matchup, it looks like, and they're not going to trail anybody. Aaron Rodgers over there trying to figure out what comes next. But a lot of times there's a temptation to try and take your best guy and Jair Alexander and cover somebody, A.J. Brown, right, Devontae Smith. But they don't do that because of all the complexities of the offense now. Packers just don't.
All right, so 3rd and 6. If they don't convert here, Packers going to have plenty of time. Empty formation. Hurts fires down the middle, and he's got A.J. Brown there for a catch down to the 50. That one was low. A.J. Brown had to go down and get it. Made a good catch there. Yeah, he did, Brayton. He did. Whatever. Still had a massive fumble that caused 6 points for the Packers. Pro left, twins right. That extended the drive, and it now has the Eagles in Packers territory.
Second year in this system, he's got it.
Hurts throws, checks it down to Gainwell. for a gain of about 5, maybe 6.
Chris Barnes the tackle.
It was amazing when Jalen was telling us that this is the first time he's had the same coordinator in back-to-back years since his dad coached him in high school.
Like the changes at Alabama when he was there, and then goes to Oklahoma. New system there.
So 2nd and 3.
So second,
Twins on each side.
again, missing Dallas Goedert, Jack Stoles.
Hurts looking right, now back left. In trouble, and Hurts will go down for a sack back in Eagles territory. And the Eagles will take a timeout. Oh, timeout Packers, as they are eager to get the ball back to Aaron Rodgers.
I tell you, it's a great effort play by Jaron Reed right here. He's just going to keep fighting. He just barely got to the bear here on this one.
He didn't have much room to run because what the Packers did very good job that time. They kept outside contained, and then they got interior pressure. Hurts, keeping his eyes down the field, was looking to make a play. That pocket closed up pretty quick on him.
He had one season out there where he had over 10 sacks, 10.5 sacks, and becoming a factor. That is 2nd on this season.
Hopped over from Kansas City for a little bit. First year here with the Packers. Adds to that total and adds to the 3rd down challenge.
So now 3rd and 14. Twins on each side again. A minute 10 left to go. Green Bay used their timeout. They have 2 timeouts left. 3rd and 14.
Gainwell remains the back to bring it 5 this time.
And Devontae Smith with a big catch. Gain of about 13. Going to be a yard short. I don't know if you saw it, but right there before the snap of the play, you saw Jalen Hurts do this with his hands. And he's literally telling, that right there is a telltale to his outside receiver, hey, hitch it up, or a deep hitch right here, a deep curl. And he went straight there because as soon as he did that, snapped the ball, went straight there, took that shot. Hurts knew that whatever he had to check it down to a hitch there. That was pretty impressive.
I don't know if we have shots of those
fake injuries, yeah. I mean,
back in, that ball was even tipped a bit.
Slow the tempo down.
But no question, the 4th down.
What's up, Mandelope? Said as a Commanders fan, I have to root for the Packers. I hear you.
Played to the benefit of the Green Bay Packers.
Isaiah McDuffie and Alexander going down.
But still, that forces them to use a timeout. So I don't know. I don't know if that would be fake or not. Why fake an injury? Just call a timeout. You know? You see what I'm saying, though, Brayton? Because they had that injury, they had to take a timeout. So I don't know if that's a fake. There's no need to fake that injury if you're forced to take a timeout. So you just take the timeout. This one probably was legitimate. It looks suspicious, and you have those happen in today's football now. So, but under a minute, you have to take that timeout.
Now, they could have just taken a timeout. They felt better about themselves, but they're charged a timeout because.
So 4th and 1, looking to sneak. Big play here. Here it comes. They sneak it, and Hurts has it. And Hurts is still going. And finally gets taken down.
And the clock runs with 41 seconds left. We're going to jump right to it. Philadelphia still has 2
So the Packers will not get this ball back. Ball is now at the 35. Eagles new set it down.
30 seconds left.
Hurts in trouble. Flushed out, rolls to the right. And he'll just get out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. There is a flag, though. This could be holding on the Packers if it's in the secondary.
Looked like illegal contact down the field, Mike, which is going to help this field goal at least.
I just need a big half by the Packers in the second half. I need Allen Lazard to have a big half. I just need over 40 yards receiving, man.
Devontae Smith
Yeah, Devontae Smith whipped him, and
but
He had to hold him.
that had to be a tough call for the officials there.
Stop. Third penalty charged to the Packers tonight. None to the Eagles so far. So Philadelphia still 2 timeouts.
1st and 10. Ball's now on the 30. Yes, he is, Brayton. I love some Devontae Smith. Hurts takes a shot deep, but out of bounds. Intended for A.J. Brown.
With Jair Alexander, that matchup Chris talked about having the inside position.
That was a pretty good play that time by A.J. Brown. I thought he sort of got into Alexander to make sure that interception didn't happen. Little double move. You see that a lot this point in the game. Stop and go. Alexander not fooled, but you could see Brown kind of knocked Alexander off that ball.
I think Alexander likes that.
Trips left, single receiver to the right.
He does.
He brought that up earlier in the year. He wanted more of that. Second and
Looking
10.
right, going to take a shot to that single receiver, and the comeback is good for a touchdown. Watkins, this is just a 50-50 ball. Hurts puts it up there, and the defender loses it. And Watkins just turns back to the football and makes a great play on it, and the Eagles are going to go up at half. And all they're doing right there, they're playing one-on-one football. They trips it out to the left. They put Watkins alone in single-man coverage. They put a 50-50 ball up, says, hey, you go make a play. And I do enjoy that call. I enjoy that call a lot. No safety help over top. Put the ball up. 9 times out of 10, that defender never looks back for the ball and lost himself in phase. Watkins makes a great job coming back to the ball.
Lands right at the pylon, right? So everybody has a landmark. Here you go with Watkins on the outside. All you do is get there, and Jalen Hurts has a nice angle. He knows exactly where it's going to go. Watkins knows exactly when to turn around, and it was done perfectly. I don't know how many times they practiced that, but that was his old guy, right? The guy he practiced.
Great throw, Brayton said. Linda says, let's go.
And you could see a bit
Brayton says he needs a Brown TD.
Well, let's see, got more on this.
Yeah, Mike, I talked to Quez this week, and he said he understood.
So, guys, we will take a halftime break once this thing ends. Stick around, stay for the second half, and I'll see you guys then.
Watkins said he is ready to carry more weight. He told me, I am the spark plug when we need one, and he just was there.
Quez Watkins delivering in that role. Quez's hometown is Athens, Alabama. So is Reed Blankenship, who had the pick in the first half for the Eagles. And so is Phillip Rivers, great quarterback.
Eagles did get the ball first to open up this game, so Packers and Aaron Rodgers will have the ball to come out to open up the second half. That's a tough way to beat for the Packers after playing a pretty good first half to let 7 points go up there.
And he told them about roles. Know your roles. You've got to understand and embrace. So Nick Sirianni does an interesting
I
thing,
just
Chris.
want to
He
see them
gathers the
throw
players
to
together
Allen
and tells
Lazard
them their roles in front
in
of
the
each other.
second half.
Yeah, and he said, yeah,
Aaron
Doug has,
Rodgers,
12 players.
he's set up well to have a 200-yard game. That's going to do it for half, guys. I will see you guys for the second half.
Everybody
Packers.
All right, guys.
Eagles trying to
We are back
in the division.
for the second half, and we're going to have to see what the Packers can do.
Nixon going to bring it out. Hit it with speed on the right side.
And they're going to open up with a really good
Still going.
kick return all the way down to about the 45.
48. Here's Melissa earlier with the Packers.
Dogs are wrestling in the background. Just hopefully they don't get too loud.
That all you wanted to see from your team was that they play hard and compete. What do you make of that first half?
Well, it's not that we're not playing hard. I think the guys are playing hard, but certainly got to do more defensively, and then offensively, we've had 2 turnovers. I think we're running the ball pretty effectively, but ultimately, we got to play better complementary football.
I saw you talking for a long time to your wide receivers. What was your message to them?
Well, just keep battling. We were going over some adjustments in terms of blocking, run blocking. I think they're doing a great job, getting great effort there, and we got to.
First play is a toss to Aaron Jones for a gain of a couple.
Aaron Jones is 2 yards. Back to that kickoff return. 52 yards by Keyshawn Nixon. That's the longest kick return for the Packers this year. A good add of Nixon, a boost to the special teams.
Yeah, we all know about the Green Bay Packers and their special team woes from a season ago, and they've had kicks blocked in about every single way possible this season. But I thought, the bold plays of the Green Bay Packers, going for it on 4th down, returning kicks out of the end zone, they're going for it. And I think that they have really competed so far in this game.
All right, so here we go, 2nd and 8. And they hand it off again to Aaron Jones. And he'll get nothing. He'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Come on, throw the football.
This young man is making plays. Watch him come down and circle back out of here to be able to make this thing. I mean, he was all the way inside and just tracked it down perfectly.
Really good play there by Blankenship, the undrafted rookie out of MTSU, who made a pick earlier tonight.
Special teams almost exclusively his first 4 games.
Empty formation. Aaron Jones in a wing set to the left.
3rd and 7.
Rodgers looks, is in trouble, and he goes down.
Hassan Reddick, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, some of the big names up front. All get the big name from the Packers on the ground.
After such a great kick return, they get nothing out of that field position.
He's going to try and run it, which is exactly what he should have done with that man coverage out there. He just could not weave his way through the traffic. Hassan Reddick with a big-time play.
So this Packers defense is going to have to find a way to keep them into it.
Pat O'Donnell trying to pin Philadelphia deep. That ball will die right at the 14-yard line. So a 43-yard punt.
So that will keep us there. As we go to a commercial break. Tyler says Green Bay for the win. They're going to have to change course if they're going to have a win. They're going to have to find ways to get their productivity back on offense and find ways to get their defense off the field in key situations. Don't be nice. Jeez. Hey, stop. Hey. Stop or I'll put you up. I will put you up. Stop.
In 4 years for a Green Bay defense. So it's been tough, and it's getting tougher. They're missing a couple of their best players on defense.
Hurts takes a shot for a curl route for Devontae Smith. That one falls down to the ground, incomplete.
On the coverage.
You have to be careful when you're looking over there towards Rasul Douglas, because I promise you, he's looking back at you. Nobody stares at the quarterback more than Rasul Douglas. And that time he almost came up with a big one.
Changes to the starting lineup. If you weren't with us at the beginning, Darnell Savage did not start. Came in on the third play and got hurt. He is out for the remainder of the game. So too is CJ.
Second and 10.
Safety on the other side for Philadelphia.
Little pin and pull action here for Miles Sanders, and he's got a lot of room. 30. Finally pushed out of bounds about the 35 for a first down.
Gain of 20 for Sanders.
I think one of the best players in the National Football League.
They go with a 2 tight end set. They go with a nice little pin and pull. They do arc one of the tight ends out, and they also pull the center. Boy, Kelsey just got out there, had a steam. Doesn't really make a whole lot of contact out there, but he gets in front of defenders, and it makes it tough for them to be able to make that tackle. Little power action here. That was a dart as the tackle pulled across.
Before Quay Walker brings him down.
And it's the great thing that they can do. And when we saw the way that half ended, right, with Jalen Hurts, and boom, 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 they go down, hit the big pass, and do all that. And so what do? As soon as they get you believing they're going to start throwing the ball a little bit, just going to start running the ball. And, you know, good game with the running backs, good game with the quarterbacks, and a good game with throwing the football. A lot to defend.
It's a good game.
The handoff, Miles Sanders, and he's got a big run. 40 all the way across to the Packers 30.
Big chunks of yards, 28 on that carry. That's 2 20-plus yard runs in this drive.
Lane Johnson's going to pull around, but watch how Sanders sets it up.
A lot of positive yards being gained against this Green Bay Packers defense on the ground for the Eagles.
These guys are so efficient with their run line.
And they're just going to keep it right there, and Miles Sanders another gain of 8.
21, Jair Alexander. It's a forearm out to knock him down. It's a terrific running quarterback that creates more running opportunities. It's also a great offensive line of ability and personalities as well, and that's the guy who orchestrates it, Jeff Stoutland, the O-line coach.
Jason Kelsey was saying that he's begging to let somebody videotape and record one of their meetings, that nobody would believe it.
Another inside play. Now Hurts will keep it on the edge. He'll pick up enough for the first down.
The 17-yard line on Hurts. Adrian Amos, the veteran, brings him down, but the Eagles are back in the red zone.
Yeah, there are so few offensive lines that can do both. Most of them are either good power blockers or good zone blockers or good pass protectors. This offensive line can do everything. It is a really, really solid bunch.
The 17.
Hurts looking to take a shot, in trouble, flushed out, will now just throw it, check it down to the tight end. And he'll end up being a loss of 2. But Hurts was in some trouble there, was at least able to get it out. No, Dolly.
Any defensive coordinator would take Jalen Hurts going backwards or to the right at any time.
Stop,
And
Dudley.
so you can play that, right? I mean, Joe Barry knows that. So you fill up those rush lanes, and And don't let your edges go crazy and flying around the field and let him step up and through. That's where they've been had a couple of times in this one.
Two top receivers.
27-20 Eagles with another big drive here. Throws that slant, and what a catch. Did he catch that? No. Going to come up incomplete. Devontae Smith is shaken up a little bit. He does get up, though.
Jair Alexander covering.
This is great on great here. You've got Alexander.
This was almost a great catch by Devontae Smith. Boy, he slammed hard on that shoulder.
Alexander a couple of years ago, second team All-Pro. Injured a good part of last year, but got the big deal. 4 years, $84 million.
Hey, next commercial. Taking one of y'all.
Sets up 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12. Hurts takes a shot, and he's got Devontae Smith for a first down to the 5. This is a great ball placement thrown by Jalen Hurts
I don't know what happened
over the
to Jair
defender.
Alexander on that one. He was sitting back there. I thought he was going to come up and make a hit just as that ball was being caught, and he kind of just waited, and then they picked up the first downs. See, I think he thought he was going to get an interception.
From the 5, Hurts on the give.
Gainwell bounces to the outside and will get down to maybe the 1.
But if Alexander had come up and just made that hit, it wouldn't have been a first down. Just got fooled. He saw that thing coming and thought he had an easy interception.
Yard and a half to get, and we have a timeout taken. Yes, we have a timeout. One of the Packers took a knee, and again the fans getting on Green Bay. So Chris Barnes was being looked at.
Let's go back to that Alexander play, and you're going to see as this ball was lofted up, I think he thought it was coming to him. He's looking back at the quarterback. Look at him. He even puts his hands out like he's going to be able to catch it. But because of that, he doesn't come up and make the hit that would have been short of the first down. Yeah, it happens. You know, you just misjudge it, and Smith got there faster than he thought he was going to.
So Green Bay got back in this game. Remember, they fell down 13-0, and they not only got back in it, but jumped to the lead, almost to the lead. They missed the extra point when they tied the game at 20. Well, then the Eagles score at the end of the half. The Packers get it back and don't score it. Now Philadelphia has a chance to take a 2-touchdown lead again.
And we haven't seen the Green Bay Packers defensive line make this kind of stop, short of the fumble and what happened with that one. So this is really where the Eagles just think that they are bigger and stronger and tougher probably than Green Bay at this point right now.
Twins left, 2 tight ends set to the right, 2nd and goal, and we're going to get a false start.
It's going to get longer.
False start. Offense number 69. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And time for that first penalty against the Eagles tonight.
Sorry, guys.
Just a little lean. Doesn't take much, but it's the right call. Leaned up on his toes, and they caught it. So it gives Green Bay an opportunity here, and they really need this stand. They need to make a play right here.
Penalty on Landon Dickerson sets up 2nd down. You see, I believe a couple of members of the athletic training staff talking to Aaron Rodgers, looking at his rib area from what we hear on the sideline. 2nd and goal here.
Hurts fires. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. Brayton gets his touchdown that he needed.
Hurts' 2nd touchdown pass of the game.
What's up, Catfish Terry? Catfish Terry joining the stream.
Put Rasul Douglas in a really tough spot, one-on-one with just a fantastic football player. And Mike, I just have to say, I thought the deal for A.J. Brown was among the biggest deals of this entire year. You have to talk about Tyreek Hill as well, Monte Adams, there were some other ones, but A.J. Brown just fit this team perfectly with the play action passes and the slants off their great running game.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, can't stand that guy. All right, so the Eagles march down and now take a commanding lead, up 34-20. They're up 14 points. Packers going to have to do something. They're going to have to throw the ball, and they need to throw it to the two guys who I've got a bet on. Plain and simple. That's what needs to happen. So on a commercial break, after the Eagles are able to drive down on their first drive of the second half, they are able to take now a 2-touchdown score lead on the Green Bay Packers, now up 34-20. And it's an uphill climb for the Green Bay Packers. They need to throw the football, and they need to throw it to Allen Lazard, and they need to throw it to Randall Cobb.
Slices through, gets just across the 25-yard line for the Packers, down 2 touchdowns for the second time tonight. So here's Rodgers. We'll watch him closely. The athletic training staff was over talking to Aaron. Remember, on third down of the last drive, Chris, he took this sack.
Yeah, we looked at this a million different ways. Unless he got hit on the thumb right there with that helmet. That could have been.
Allen Lazard motions right to left.
Dillon is the running back halfway through this third quarter.
And a quick throw to Christian Watson for a gain of about 10. And those are good. Just throw it to Lazard on that, not Christian Watson. And we got a flag. We'll have to see what this is.
Snapped to the ground from the hit.
Rodgers is still...
Something's going on with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't need that to come out. That will shoot my parlay down if he can't finish.
Unnecessary roughness, defense number 32. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Penalties on Reed Blankenship.
What's up, Daniel Barry? Sports Highlights in the house. What's up, man?
Right there.
Appreciate you popping in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and your family had a great Thanksgiving.
Right now, I think, is Aaron Rodgers. And I think he probably got hit on that thumb on the other drive. And he just threw that first pass, and it did not feel comfortable at all.
From the 49.
Handoff. Dillon, and that goes nowhere.
For Dillon, here's Melissa.
Mike, you mentioned before before this drive, Aaron Rodgers was surrounded by the medical staff. He had a conversation with the doctor and the head athletic trainer. They were poking and prodding at his ribs, the front side, the back side. You could see him grimacing in pain. And then he walked over and put his helmet on and is clearly back in, but we're monitoring the situation.
You know, you can see this is after the last play. Rodgers has been playing through pain a lot here. We've seen him throughout his career play through pain. But
so 2nd and 9. They hand it off again. And Dillon will pick up a gain of about 11. I can pretty well kiss my parlay away. They ain't throwing the football.
Like one of those things in case of emergency, break the glass. So now just hand it off. But when you have to have them, you know, Aaron's going to suck it up. You know what he's going to do. This is their season's on the line, and he's trying to gut it out. But believe me, those rib injuries, they don't get better. They only get worse.
We've talked about that multiple times over the last few weeks. Justin Herbert.
They toss it out to the right off of a pitch crack, and he'll get a gain of about 2. There's a flag, though.
Rodgers is pointing that it's against the Eagles. It came from way back in the secondary.
Holding. Defense number 72. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
So automatic first down. So this Green Bay Packer drive will continue.
And what veterans do is they know on these tosses and outside zones, if you can keep that lineman off your linebacker, it gives Kaiser White a chance to go make the play.
Howie Roseman, the Executive VP, General Manager for the Eagles, 23rd year. He's worked his way up in the organization.
Lazard motions right to left.
During the season.
In a 1st and 10, and they run counter to the right. And Jones will pick up a gain of about 7.
It's a gain of 7. We'll go back to Melissa.
Mike Adamagansu told me that he had just moved to Florida a few months ago, was semi-retiring, enjoying family time with his kids, and he had already won a Super Bowl, of course, with the Buccaneers in 2020. So what brought him back? He said, I have all the individual accolades and the ring, but his goal...
Career it has been for Sue. Got that ring with Buccaneers, 3-time and All-Pro, drafted number 2 overall by the Lions.
Quick throw out to A.J. Dillon, and Dillon will get down inside the 15.
The 13-yard line with Edwards and Blankenship there on the stop.
Aaron Rodgers is dying right now. Every time he makes a throw, I mean, he just looks like he can barely walk back to the huddle. And these throws, even without the laces, are perfectly thrown, so you know he's going to stay in and give this thing a go for as long as he can.
They're moving the ball back in the red zone. 3:49 left in the 3rd.
Motions one back out. He'll just throw it to A.J. Dillon again, but he dropped that one incomplete. Just a little bit too far out in front.
So 2nd down.
So now what they're doing defensively, I think that everybody on the Eagles sideline can see this too. So now single safety, let's bring 5 up on that defensive line and say, all right, Aaron Rodgers, ribs and all, let's see how many throws in a row you can make.
Second and 10. Another toss to the right. And Jones will push forward for get a gain of about 6.
6 yards. Son Reddick came to hit him, and the momentum and leverage took him inside the 10.
Watch Hassan Reddick here. He's going to get cracked out on the edge, block, and still circle back and go make this play. And it was an important play. He hustles all the way back to make that one.
Talk about the great athletic ability of these guys. The balance of Aaron Jones. Keep those feet going, twist and turn. 3rd and 4 here.
Has to be 4-down territory.
And another inside handoff, and Jones will pick up just a gain of a yard.
We've got down, about 2.5 coming up. Matt LaFleur doesn't even look for where Mason Crosby is. Just biting on the play sheet and sending one in.
Yep, and here comes Randall Cobb into the game, so he's got his veteran players in there, but at least lately it's been Christian Watson, 5 touchdowns in the last couple of games. He's flanked wide to the left side.
Trying to get movement by the Eagles, but I think the movement came
So it
from
looks like false start.
False start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. Offense will down.
And now the field goal unit will come on.
Killer. You know, you can't beat yourself. You've got your hands full in here with a one-loss team as it is. You just can't beat yourself.
They're not slowing down. That Josh Nijman call for the false start to Crosby will come on for a 29-yard field goal. Only Jason Hanson during his days with Detroit. More points for one team.
And so they will settle for the field goal.
Score for Green Bay. 3 more there.
And I think you have to go for that in that situation. Rodgers goes to the locker room, and that he may be done. A parlay is going to be done. Because I needed him to have over 200 yards throwing. So if he cannot make it back, it is done. I think they're worried about something in the rib cage there, Linda. But now every time when he throws the ball, he's just in. You can see he's in quite a bit of pain. So yeah, that's what's going on with Aaron Rodgers at the moment. They're able to get 3 on the board, but they still find themselves down 11. Hey, stop. Stop. Hey. Too much. All right, so we're back now.
Ahead of Minnesota or 2 lengths ahead of the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys have
both,
their attention.
Right?
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
So Aaron Rodgers, we saw him go up the tunnel. He is questionable to return. They're calling it an oblique injury.
It's an oblique injury.
To the locker room with the athletic training staff. Of course, Jordan Love, the former first-round pick, is the backup. He warmed up for a couple of minutes. We'll keep an eye on that. We got to stop Philly.
Hurts will run it. We'll get a gain of about 6 or 7.
McDuffie, the tackle, gain of 6 as Hurts starts closing in on 150 yards.
And the Green Bay Packers start closing in on potentially their quarterback of the future in Jordan Love.
Depending on how this night goes, and then the next couple of weeks, we'll start a long conversation. Pressure here, Hollins.
And Hurts will take off and run. And we'll get another first down.
41-yard line. You've been here for many of the games that Randall Cunningham or Donovan McNabb or Michael Vick. Philly's always had somebody running the ball to go with passing, and Jalen Hurts is the next one.
Oh, he's for sure the next one. You know, and we've been discussing this weekend. Have we reached the tipping point now to where if you don't have a quarterback that has some mobility, that has the ability to create on his own with his legs, are you at a disadvantage? We haven't played that way in the NFL for a lot of years, but more and more that seems to be the way it's going.
Quick throw out to Sanders for a good gain. Maybe about 7.
What do you think? Do you think you need a guy who does both to be a championship team right now?
I just know that as quarterbacks age, and we've had some great ones, right? Put Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, and there's so many of them, that everybody is looking around for that next style, because all the college quarterbacks now are playing like Jalen Hurts. And so I think that now that people are comfortable with the idea that a quarterback can run and still play a 17-game season, yeah, I think it's a big advantage.
On second down, Hurts gets away.
Hurts makes some guys miss, and he's able to just throw it out of bounds now. Another great play there by Hurts. That will end the third quarter.
As we head to the holiday season.
So the end of the third quarter, Eagles still up on top by 11. Hey. Sit. All right, so coming back from commercial break, still Eagles ball. As we are starting the fourth quarter.
He's around America ready to celebrate best time of the year. Off we go to the fourth. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, Terry McCauley, and company here in Philadelphia. It's a run by Kenneth Gainwell, and it is another first down. And that rushing
Even if Aaron Rodgers can come back,
for Nick Sirianni's
if the
team.
Eagles score here, I don't even know if they bring
We
them
talk
back.
about him a lot, but Jason Kelsey, his ability to get to what they call the second level, get up and athletically match with the linebackers in the National Football League, and you know how athletic they are, and stay on that block, continue that block right to the ground.
Travis had another big day today. Hurts pulls it.
That one was thrown behind Watkins.
Late decision and try to get to Wes Watkins. Maybe second down. Kelsey had another touchdown in the Chiefs' victory over the Rams. And Chris, you mentioned it earlier, the pocket quarterbacks, the guys who have been the standard. And Brady, Rodgers,
for round table
with the Rams winning the Super Bowl last year. Matt Ryan, who we'll see next Sunday night for Indianapolis. They play on Monday night this week against Pittsburgh. Those are the teams right now who are division favorites who are not.
Another inside handoff for Sanders, and he breaks some more tackles, pick up a gain of about 2 or 3.
Right. Michael, let's take a look at our next.
Gonna mute that just due to copyright.
Halftime, he has put on some kind of show here tonight.
Huge play for the Packers defense, 3rd and 7. It'll be a give.
And another give, this one to Gainwell. He'll bring up about a 4th and 1.
53 yards. We'll see if Nick Sirianni will just go for it on 4th and a yard or so and just keep the guys right at the huddle, and here they go.
Not when I had
They're
this
gonna
offensive
QB
line.
sneak it.
I'm going for it all day.
Here they go, and he's got it.
Convert earlier in the evening, but this time looks like they've got it at the 33-yard line.
All right, here we go. Well, this is a double cheek push here. Now, when he goes off that way, sometimes you only get a single cheek, but that's what they do. They submarine underneath, and then they try to get the double cheek push going, and it works all the time. Look at the 4-man or 4-point stance underneath there, and then you just shove them right forward like that.
You didn't do that, did you?
That's the way they described it to me.
I know, when you
I'm just
explained it to us, but
regurgitating.
did you have to give it to All America?
Yes.
Oh, dancing cheek to cheek has a whole new meaning on Sunday Night Football. Here's Rodgers, no uniform jersey on.
Yeah, so Rodgers is done.
That tells you a lot.
Ah, that sucks. Rodgers looks like he is done for the day, which also ends my parlay. Gonna have to regroup. Brayton, you got a TD earlier. AJ Brown was able to get you a touchdown. Need another. I got you. Russell Wilson. Gotta be done with him.
Defensive end in 2000s, 2014. Behind him.
Ah, terrible. Still hasn't caught a pass. Still hasn't even had a pass thrown to him. Another big run there by Scott for the Eagles inside to the 10.
Over 300 rushing yards tonight.
You're going to get a little bit of everything, including tight ends blocking. This offensive line, these tight ends have just been dominant out here tonight. I mean, they have just
The Green Bay Packers has been dominated tonight, if we're being honest. Especially that defense.
Injured Eagle is Jair Alexander. Second time he has gone down. Let's look at Alexander's leg. Nick Sirianni is continuing the conversation with the officials, and he was pointing some of his frustration about the injuries that were happening when the Eagles were trying to go quick across the sideline as well earlier. Alexander helped up, booed, and now he waves to the crowd as they boo him as he's walking off the field.
All right, so that's going to get us to another commercial break. It don't even matter anymore, Brayton, because I needed Aaron Rodgers to have 200 yards passing. He's at 140, and it doesn't look like he's going to come back out. Looks like he's done for the day as he's injured something. Yeah, it is over, Brayton. It will be over for the Packers. And I would expect to see Jordan Love probably. I would not be shocked if he ends up playing the rest of the year. They've got to kind of see what they've got in him. And if that's the case, I mean, are we getting close to where we're seeing the last of Aaron Rodgers in a Green Bay Packers uniform? Yeah, I would agree, but I could honestly see him just say, you know what, I'm done. I don't even know if he goes somewhere else. All right, so we're back.
Eagle fans didn't see that Alexander was working out.
No chance he goes back to the Patriots. No chance.
when the Packers offense was on the field. Boston Scott in the lineup, 1st and 10, Philadelphia. And Hurts throws incomplete. Trying to get it to Devontae Smith, and the coverage from Rasul Douglas, and Alexander comes back on the field and is welcomed Philly style.
Yeah, he said goodbye to them as he was going off the field too.
He has earned it, no doubt.
He's not shy.
If the Eagle fans could call a play right now, it would be towards Alexander.
And it might be because they've got that 6-man lineup there. It's pure man right now.
Scott to the right.
So they will get a stop here, and it will if they can get a stop, it's going to be 3rd down. If they can get a stop, it'll bring up a field goal attempt, which would push it back to 14 points, which is not like impossible for the Packers to come back, and it, you know, Jordan Love would have that opportunity to start off maybe his chance with the Packers with a bang.
Now, though, keeps you in it. Hold him to a field goal.
3rd and 9 for the Eagles. Ball is inside the 15-yard line. Hurts looking left, flushed out to the right. Now he reverses his field all the way back to the left. Takes a shot deep towards the end zone, and it's over the hands of Cortez. He gets up and pushes that Packers defender, no flag.
As those two were involved, then it will bring on the field goal unit.
So Jordan Love puts his helmet on, and he's coming out, getting ready to,
The Packers
at least.
really have changed their strategy now, and it's a good change by Jalen Hurts too. They just squeezed.
I'll be upset if Randall Cobb gets a couple catches here because I should have took Randall Cobb over 30 yards receiving over any sort of parlay. I got to get away from the parlays, I think.
So the incompletion sets up Jake Elliott for a 31-yard field goal. And for the right hash,
So that field goal kick is good. 37-23. It is stretched back out to a 14-point lead, as Jordan Love will come out as he's going to get his opportunity for the Green Bay Packers, as Aaron Rodgers is hurt. So now it's Jordan Love time as he finds himself down 14 to the Eagles in the 4th quarter. Sunday night football next Sunday night. Cowboys, Colts. I at least feel like that's a little bit better than Monday Night Football tomorrow night between the Colts and the Steelers. I don't even know if we go live tomorrow night for that game. I did not know.
Elliott, it's a touchback. Aaron Rodgers night.
Stop.
If they don't come back.
If they don't win this game, then you had to see this guy anyway. So why not throw him in against the best? So far, the Eagles are the best in the league.
So Jordan Love and hands it off Aaron Jones for no gain.
1 yard there. Linval Joseph tackles Aaron Jones. And Jordan Love is the quarterback taken before Jalen Hurts in the draft. Love was taken 26th. Hurts in the second round, 53rd overall. And of course, it was, if you go back, the whole story, the surprise that Aaron Rodgers felt, not knowing that they were going to take a quarterback there late in the first round. And did you really need to? He didn't play. In 2020 was the number 3.
Made one draft a receiver, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Made one start last year when Rodgers had COVID. Game in Kansas City. He started 19 of 34 against the Chiefs.
Love will just check it down to A.J. Dillon. And he stays up after a huge hit for a gain of 5.
30-yard line. Wow, and he's taking the worst of that. What a hit.
I tell you, these two running backs are just two tough human beings. They do not give up. He's played great tonight. You know that? A.J. Dillon's played great. Now you got to keep an eye on the legs of Jordan Love here as well, because he is a guy that can create in the same way that Jalen Hurts can.
Jordan Love, quick throw to the outside, and he hits Lazard. Finally, Lazard gets the catch. Yeah, that was Dudley, Linda.
And you see the preseason, you watch, and everybody said Jordan Love from last year's preseason to this was so much better. They really kind of got it and figured it out this offseason.
But he wasn't playing this defense. And he wasn't 14 points down, but there's time, right? If this is Aaron Rodgers and he's perfectly healthy, you're going, they can still win this thing. Now you just need to have that same feeling going for Jordan Love.
37, here he is throwing in the middle. It's caught by Watson. He's got great
Watson with a big catch. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Watson. And just like that, the Packers are within 7, pending the extra point.
To a one-score game.
We've seen a lot of
Yeah, he's gotten big, Linda.
This one is the stunner. You basically
A play action, throws a quick dagger across, a drag route across, and Watson's able to just outrace everybody for a touchdown.
6 touchdowns now in the last 3 games. He is really something. When he gets in the open field and running, that was some throw by Jordan Love, too.
Extra point, Mason Crosby.
So extra point is good, so it's now 37-30 with 9 minutes left to go.
It's been a great weekend of football. It's not done yet.
Gosh, this has been a game. It's been a slow game. Brayton says he needs an AJ 60-yard touchdown. So that is a good start for Jordan Love You couldn't really ask for a better start there. So on a commercial break, Eagles up 7 after that big play of Christian Watson.
Kills some clock. The return by Boston Scott just out to the 21-yard line. Pretty sweet throw by the man who they've been waiting to see, Jordan Love. Matt LaFleur comes over, a little smile.
Mike, those were two really good throws. And okay, the touchdown, we all saw that one. That little throw from the far hash to the out over here was a laser shot.
So 8:55, the Eagles have run it for 311 yards tonight. And the Packers defense come up with a stop to give them a chance to tie the game.
Inside handoff. Sanders still making people miss on his way to a gain of 11. They cannot stop the ground game that the Eagles are giving them right now.
Just too many missed tackles out here. Quay Walker, definitely the pressure on him now.
Wow,
as a signal caller, but
Walker's right there, but he is hesitant. This linebacker play right now for the Packers struggling tonight.
They need a turnover. They need an interception. They need somebody, a sack, anything to turn the tide here.
Sanders over 100 yards tonight, over 130 at the current moment. Hurts will pull it, keep it, breaks a tackle. And Hurts takes a big shot there. That's the thing about Hurts running the ball as much as he is. He's got 158 yards rushing. Sanders for 130.
No problem. Good read by Hurts. No way he's missing that tackle. Jalen Hurts is, well, we've talked about it. He's a power lifter, you know, and it shows. The strength of his legs show every time we've watched him play.
You just really don't want him running the ball. I know they're up 7, only 7, but there he goes. He takes off running again, and he'll get the first down. It's a big part of his game. You just worry about losing him due to an injury, man.
What a performance.
When you rush 4, that means there's going to be
he's one big run away from rushing for 200 yards tonight. That's what's crazy.
And so can Jalen. And so you leave that spy in there. You leave Duffy in there to try and come up with a play. And we just haven't seen anybody all night that one-on-one gets them on the ground.
Duo, both over 125 yards. Frank Gore, Colin Kaepernick.
And they're great, but the 5 guys up front have been better than great.
Fabulous. Part of 332 rushing yards.
And look at him, stiff arm again. That was Scott that time. He picks up a gain of 4, but had a nice stiff to get him there.
And really, we've seen all three of these backs now be factors, and they were in the last game against the Colts as well when they had to make that comeback. But even on that final drive, they were not afraid to have Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell in the game. I wonder if you just try a blitz, you know, just come after him. At this point, you cannot allow him to run the football one more time.
I'm just thinking of what we saw with the Chargers a few weeks ago against Atlanta. 5-man line, 6-man line, something, right?
He handed off to Sanders outside wide again. He'll pick up about 4.
The combination of Douglas and Ford.
That was a read option as they had quarterback GT the other way.
71 plays run by the Eagles, just 43 by the Packers tonight.
Yeah, and you get the feeling that this might be it. Here's their 3rd down and 2 or 3 yards here. They are exhausted. This is your opportunity. I think the Eagles would have to punt it from midfield, and you've got your shot. Yep.
Full complement timeout to the Packers.
Watch A.J. Brown in the 3rd receiver slot. They hand it off, and Gainwell has a 1st down easy.
Offensive line's extraordinary. To the 44-yard line.
Well, we have not seen anything from Kenny Clark tonight, who is one of the great nose tackles in all of football.
Mute that for copyright purpose.
Eagles within 30 yards of their all-time rushing record in a game.
Another handoff there for Gainwell for about 2.
25 to go. And what you said earlier, Chris, I want to come back to the addition of A.J. Brown, because A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and obviously Dallas Goedert's out, but all of a sudden now that gives you the passing threat to go with 330-something yards on the ground.
So what do you do?
Right.
You know, because if you decide to come with one of those all-out blitzes, now you're playing one-on-one with those 2 great players on the outside. It's the reason they have 1 loss on the season.
Quick throw to the outside wide receiver tunnel screen. He took a big hit that time. Good play by Nixon there.
With 3:40 to go.
That Keyshawn Nixon out there, he's done a nice job tonight. Not only the kick returns, and that's a tough spot to have to go in and play the slot. He really took over for Darnell Savage after Savage left the
A.J. Brown, the one who missed that block on that play.
And as you like to say, here we go. Right here, 3rd and 6. Make it 7.
They just hand it off to Gainwell again, and he'll pick up maybe 3. So do the Eagles go for it?
A field goal from here.
I think you go for it. I mean, it's just, you don't want to leave the ball on this side of the 40-yard line.
Absolutely. With
2:49 or whatever to go.
So they're going to go for it. Packers have one more chance. Yes, they have 3 timeouts, but this is pretty well the chance for them. It is a 4th and 3. A tight trips to the right. Single receiver is A.J. Brown to the left. He is one-on-one to the left. Hurts, hard counts. Hard counts again. And then it's a timeout by the Eagles. And so they technically can still
Philly has 1 left. We'll see what they do.
Change their mind.
See, you're going to bring out the field goal kicking unit here.
Field goal kicking unit will come out to try to go up by 2 scores.
Let's see. It's out there. I don't see Elliott. You're right. Well, here's the story. 9-1 are the Eagles.
Or they may be trying to pin them deep.
Are rooting for the Packers tonight. Well, strange as that sounds, maybe a little bit, to try to bring Philly and Minnesota tied again. The tiebreaker does belong to Philadelphia. Niners get a win to jump on top of the division. Tampa 5-6 in leading, and they would host a playoff game even if Dallas is 3 or 4 games better than the Giants and Washington and the other teams trying to hang in there. That's why this is so crucial for Green Bay. So
they're going to kick a long field goal attempt. 54-yard field goal attempt from right hash.
3 field goals over 40 yards this year. He's missed 2 of those 3.
Snap, set, kick is on its way, and that kick is drilled, and that kick is good.
Big kick by the Pro Bowler a year ago, Jake Elliott.
Big kick indeed.
That took a lot of guts from Nick Sirianni to make that call, because if that kick is no good, you're basically giving the Green Bay Packers, on a day where we've seen 2 teams win it with 2-point conversions, right? At the end of the day, and Sirianni goes, yeah, that was gutsy. I'm just telling you, that was gutsy, and I don't think LaFleur could believe it.
Job.
When you're on a roll, you're on a roll, and everything works.
QB the kicker. You know, we see Sirianni's emotions over there. We're going to get to Love on the field here momentarily. Down 10, 2:16. 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts. But Nick Sirianni is the perfectly cast head coach for Philadelphia. Last week, where he used to coach Indy, and Frank Reich, who was one of his mentors along the way, gets fired. Nick's on the bench. He's yelling, that was for Frank Reich. They love it here.
He gets a nice little return here to the 30, to the 40, but he's brought down from behind near the 50. Boy, if he could have returned that one, script could have been flipped pretty quick.
And Nixon and Rich Bisaccia's special teams have been very good here tonight in the return game.
He is bringing this thing out from about 7 yards deep in the end zone, and he has proven to be some return man here tonight. Tell you what, that was some play by Wallace to track that one down, or he might have scored.
Wow.
Seen everything else tonight.
No kidding. 2:09 to go, 10-point kick. Jordan Love in for the injured Aaron Rodgers.
Jordan Love, quick throw. Watson, gain of about 15.
That will take us to the 2-minute warning. And Jordan Love and Watson will be the Packers' future. Get him in the end zone.
So the 2-minute warning has hit. Packers got a lot to do in this last 2 minutes as they find themselves down 10 after that big field goal was able to be knocked through.
40-30. It's been a wild kind of night. All right, 38-yard line of the Eagles, down 10. Jordan Love at the helm. Aaron Jones split out, bottom of the screen. Going that way. Jones.
Quick throw to Jones, incomplete.
Safety Marcus Epps was closing.
How good was that throw? And that's the old cover 2 shot in the hole, and it was perfect. Back shoulder. Jones just doesn't make the catch, but you can't throw it better than that. So far tonight, he has been perfect throwing the football.
Chris, when we were up there at the start of the season, Aaron Rodgers said about Jordan Love, one of the biggest differences, he's cleaned up his fundamentals. He's become a master.
All right, so 2nd and 10 as Packers are still trying to hold out some hope. In a late game comeback, Jordan Love has him across midfield. Quick throw, and he's got Alan Lazard down to the 20. Lazard now 2 catches, 24 on the night.
Going to stop the clock and force Philadelphia to use its final timeout with 1:46.
A little tongue waggle there. Why not? Michael Jordan used to do a little bit of that. But he has been, as far as the throws, perfect on everyone so far. That was a little behind, but that was thrown with such great anticipation. He was still behind the defender. Don't know exactly what Lazard's going to do coming out.
Blankenship is one who's shaking up.
The injured player. So you were in the booth with Bryant Gumbel on NFL Network almost 15 years ago tonight, November 29, 2007. Rodgers' 3rd season, 9-1 Dallas taking on 9-1 Green Bay. Favre got hurt. Rodgers came in the game. Rodgers became the starter the next season. Just not saying that's going to happen, just laying that out for symmetry of what's about to happen over the next few weeks.
Yeah, Aaron reminded me.
From the 21, $1:46 to go. Again, all 3 timeouts still for Green Bay. Love.
Flushed out his Love to the right. He will now fire down the field. Incomplete, intended in the end zone for Christian Watson.
Lazard had spun away from his man in a scramble drill, and he chose Watson in the end zone.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
He's
who
been
he
live
chose.
now
This
for
is the
3
first one he's
hours
really
and 31
missed.
minutes.
Lazard turned up, and if he held it for 1 more second, he runs right past Slay, and he's going to score. If he throws that one up over the top, you always have the option, right? We talk about it all the time. You can kick the field goal, go onside, Hail Mary, all that sort of stuff.
2nd and 10. Love fires. Has his tight end for a gain of about 6. You're going to have to hurry up. Still no timeout.
The last few weeks on Wednesdays trying to rest that thumb. So Jordan Love has gotten some time with the ones in practice up at Lambeau. $1:20 to go, 3rd and 4.
Flushed out, rolling, fires in the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Randall Cobb. Gave himself a chance, so they will kick the field goal now. And they still have all 3 timeouts.
1:11 to go.
As this thing first broke, I was thinking he was going to take off and run with it, but you're going to end up with Cobb right back here in the middle of the field, making a nice adjustment.
Oh, boy, he could have ran.
Just threw it behind him on that
he
one.
should have
Maybe
ran.
he saw Darius Slay coming the other way.
Cobb had a chance, though.
Very, very, very
A little
close.
early.
From the left hash, 33-yard field goal attempt for Crosby. He's good.
Field goal. It's a 7-point game, and it's onside kick time with 1:08 to go.
Well, I'll say one thing. The Green Bay Packers did not go down easy. They were down 14 or 13 to start the game and come back and slug their way back into it, tie it up, and they're not going away. You saw Jalen Hurts there kind of go, like, what do we got to do to knock these guys out? We've been doing everything on offense.
The Eagles are trying to get the #1 seed if the road to the Super Bowl in the NFC come through here. Here's the path. And they're battling with Minnesota. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. We saw them Thursday night. They get to 9-2. Tennessee here next week. Go down that left column. The division games ahead. The Giants. The huge game on Christmas Eve at Dallas. And then the Giants to end the season. On the other side, the Vikings have the Jets, who had a win today. The Lions, who, as you've seen, very tough every game. Colts, then the Giants, and then the last two. They've got all 3 division games on the road remaining due to the Vikings. And again, head-to-head win for the Eagles, so if they win tonight, they're essentially 2 up with 6 to go, racing for number 1. Onside kick time. Watch Keyshawn Nixon down
So
here.
Packers for an onside kick.
The guy who's free to get it if the Packers can get the right hop. Veteran Crosby.
They kick it to the left.
It's touched by the Eagles and recovered.
And recovered by the Eagles. Packers do have 3 timeouts, so technically still some hope.
Because Green Bay has the full complement of timeouts still remaining.
All right, let's
Appreciate
tell
you,
the story
Brayton.
tonight, though. The story has been the play.
Yeah, we'll see. I would expect them to hand the ball off 3 times.
Five seconds or so, and no timeouts. But stopping them
Handoff.
has been a huge problem.
And a gain of 2 and a quick timeout.
A couple of yards for Miles Sanders. And the timeout at 1:01 to go. Well, we saw the Philadelphia path and what they have ahead schedule-wise. How about in terms of how they're playing? Are they on schedule enough to be that number 1 seed? Obviously, the offense, yes, but what about the other side of the ball?
Yes. I mean, there's enough there. We've seen them have their moments on the defensive side as well, and it really was a tremendous performance against the Colts that really gave them a chance in that one. But I would say add one team in there, and that's the San Francisco 49ers. They're playing awfully well right now, but you know so much of this season is going to come down to these Eagles and those Cowboys that we're going to see next week. And so we'll get a direct comparison.
2nd and 8. Sanders to the right, stopped here, timeout taken. 56 seconds to go. As we were traveling around this week and you're watching the games, I asked a bunch of folks on our crew. So if
Another
I gave you
handoff
San
for a gain of about
Francisco
4 and a
and Philly
timeout.
and Minnesota, and you could only take 2, which 2 would you take? And the answers vary. They're all around. People believe in these teams, and these guys add Ndamukong Suh. What's going to happen with Odell Beckham? Will he be added by the Giants or the Cowboys? Or well, what happened this week, today I should say, in Miami with Beckham having a run-in and being taken off an airplane? Will that have any issue in Beckham signing with a team down the line? It's a fascinating final month plus of the season we have.
I think Jerry will sign him anyway.
3rd and 3. Packers got to stop him.
Handoff, Sanders, and he gets the first down, and that will do it. Packers don't get an opportunity. That's going to do it for this game, guys. Appreciate you. Eagles get it done here, 40-33. Till next time, stay humble, stay kind. Peace.
300 for Hurts and Sanders.